Kill me! I'm here! Kill me!
Kumate, Kumate, Kumate. Hey everybody, this is Matthew Movies coming at you with my review of Bloodsport, the 80s action martial arts tournament movie that I absolutely love, starring Jean-Claude Van Damme, that is 100% cheese and ridiculous and knows what it is and embraces it, but also tries to be really emotional in scenes and affecting, but it completely fails, but also completely succeeds at that somehow, because you do, when you're watching it, you're kind of like, you grow to care about the character because it's so ridiculous and you like seeing them kick ass, but at the same time the emotional moments are so silly, and some of them are so poorly acted. It's unbelievable. For those of you that don't know what this movie is, it's supposedly based on the real life events of a gentleman by the name of Frank Dukes, who was supposedly a military man who gets called to this tournament in another part of the world, and he travels there against the wishes of his military leaders, who go there to try to track him down. But he can't not go, because he was trained by a man who had gone there before, and he has to earn his right to hold the same sword that his former master had. And he gets there, and there's a tournament, and he meets this American guy who also joins the tournament, and he's just 100% bruiser. He looks like a guy who was in like bar fights before this, not tournaments or cage fights or what have you. And he becomes his buddy like almost instantaneously, and then that guy gets hurt, and for the rest of the movie he's got to get his revenge on the guy who took him out, because the guy he met 2 days earlier means so much to him, and then he falls in love, and then she turns out to be a reporter who kind of may or may not be using him, and he has to fight to survive, as the classic song tells you. And then there's all these big fights, and he does the splits, of course, and all kinds of great stuff, and shows his butt in a scene, because you can't see a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie without a butt in there, can you? I mean, how would the women survive without seeing the Jean-Claude Van Damme butt? I mean, and then one of the parts of this movie that absolutely kills me is there is a character who is supposed to be an African fighter, I believe, and he has all his fighting positions are all based on animals. So he fights like a monkey, and he's kind of going down on the ground and flipping around. And then he fights like a different animal, and he has a different style every time. And like he actually like makes like the noises like the animal and stuff like that, because he can't just adopt their stance. He has to become more like the creature, and that guy is amazing. And then there's the villain of this movie is just so just so evil that it's unbelievable, and he takes pleasure in killing, and he takes pleasure in the fear that people have for him, and it's just such a, or maybe not even, just such a ridiculous movie. And then the two military guys, there's two military guys who are travel there to try to take him back forcefully, and every time they try to get to him, he outruns them in very over the top and ridiculous ways, and you can never see any military men actually doing the things that they do in this movie. But in this movie, people do things that they would never do, and there's no way, I believe, that this movie took place in the fashion that you see in real life. I mean, who knows? The guy might have actually taken part in a secret society tournament or what have you. I mean, I find that a bit incredulous to buy, or I feel a bit incredulous when asked to buy that, is a better way of saying that. But it's just, you can't take this movie seriously on any level, other than the fighting scenes. 'Cause some of the fight sequences are actually pretty well choreographed and pretty entertaining and pretty awesome. But it's just such a weird and just an artifact of the 80s that would never work in any other generation. And the perfect evidence of that is about a decade later, Van Damme starred a movie called The Quest, which is like a beat for beat almost remake. They get rid of some of the some of the elements of the movie, like the American guy that he buddies up, or that kind of stuff. But generally, it's just the exact same movie. A guy travels to another part of the world to take part in a tournament, and that movie completely failed. And now part of that is because it wasn't as well made as this one in certain regards, but in other ways, it's better shot than this one. And the other thing about Bloodsport that just absolutely kills me is there's this opening sequence, or maybe not even opening sequence, but there's a sequence at the beginning of the movie. It starts off with like a kid, a younger version of Jean-Claude Van Damme's character, and he goes and he's getting trained, and that kid's accent is so bad. Honestly, it's like if it was in a movie trying to be Italian and I was like, hey, it's me, huh? It's that level of terribleness. And oh man, it is like just amazing that a major movie actually cast a kid to play a role and use that accent. It just blows my mind. I don't know how somebody didn't walk up to the casting director and slap him and say, get us somebody who actually can do accent work at the very least. It's just so silly. But I absolutely love it. I've seen it many times. I own it on Blu-ray, and I'm sure I'll watch it again. And I don't care what anybody says. That Fight to Survive song just jazzes me every time. So those are my thoughts on Bloodsport. Let me know in the comment section below if you're a fan of this movie like I am, if you've never heard of it, if you believe Frank Dukes' story or not. And other than that, please hit that like button. Just great thing for my channel, and subscribe and notification bell. I love talking to you guys about movies, and if you're subscribed and you have that notification turned on, you're going to find out whenever I put up a video, and that would be awesome for me, because I'd love having having you guys check out my stuff and react and let me know if you think I'm completely off base or on the right track. So other than that, have yourself a nice day.